I hope you are not hearing the rain too much because it is pouring down. But today I have a perfume haul for you. I went to a perfume foundation event and they had a really big goodie bag, and in there were a lot of the nominees for this year's Fragrance Foundation Award. So I was very excited to try some of the perfumes that were on my radar. So let's get into them. First up, we have a classic, it seems to me, which is Versace Bright Crystal. This is the Eau de Toilette version, and I have the Crystal Noir perfume of this. Is it a flanker? Because they don't smell anything alike. Not at all. And I'm not too sure. I have the smaller version of the other one and I like that packaging, but this one just seems like very, like it's giving a lot. It's very bulky. This is very light and plasticky, but anyway, when it comes to the scent, this is lovely, but this reminds me of another perfume that I have in my collection, which is a Burberry Brit Sheer. And I don't have the notes of Burberry Brit Sheer right now, but I have some of them in my mind and I have the ones from this perfume, and I think they share quite a lot of notes. So this has main accords of floral citrus fresh, with notes of in the top yuzu, pomegranate, and ice. Middle notes of peony, lotus, and magnolia, and base notes of musk, mahogany, and amber. I'm very, very sure that the Burberry one has yuzu in the top as well. And the middle notes are very floral, and also those more aquatic kinds of floral notes. So to me, they are dupes of each other. They are so similar. This one is maybe a little bit more likable than the other one, which can be sometimes a little sharp. But other than that, to me, they are very similar. So these are very cold fragrances to me. Very floral, not very sweet at all. More very fresh, floral, and cool, almost smelling like a floral type of laundry detergent. And the feeling it gives me is you cleaned your laundry and then you take it out of the washing machine and they're wet and cold, but they smell like very floral, luxurious laundry detergent. This is what it gives me. That's the vibe it gives me. It is definitely longer lasting than the Burberry one. The Burberry one, I have to overspray quite a bit to get some longevity. With this one, I sprayed it in my hair and I could smell it the whole day. It's not a beast, but in my hair, the lasting power was quite impressive, and it's not wowing me, but if you are searching for a very clean, elegant, floral scent perfect for everyday wear, check this one out. The next one I actually got myself. I heard about this perfume over and over again. I tested it out in store, but it was a day again where I tested so many perfumes that it was just too much and I couldn't really wrap my head around if I like it or if I don't really. So I just got a travel size. This is Juliette Has a Gun Lust for Sun. I want to give this brand chance after chance because they bring out so many interesting perfumes. They sound interesting, but a lot of times the DNA of Juliette Has a Gun is a little bit too crazy, like too loud, too synthetic for me. But I was craving this tropical vacation-like scent with lasting power because so many of those scents don't really have the lasting power. So I got it because of that. This has main accords of white floral, sweet, and yellow floral with notes of in the top coconut, freesia, and bergamot. So it starts basically exactly the same as, was it Alien Goddess and Sol de Janeiro? 87. Middle notes are gardenia, ylang ylang, jasmine, and orange blossom. And the base notes are white musk, ambroxan, and vanilla. So this one is quite strong. For a tropical perfume, like summery perfume, this has lasting power. Also, if I just smell it from here, you can smell it like you really can smell it. It's quite strong. And it's not going to be my absolute favorite tropical perfume because it still has this synthetic thing going on that is just a little bit too much. I mean, there is ambroxan in here, which is something I actually love, but mixing with those other notes, it's just a little too much for me. And I feel like the ylang ylang to me doesn't really smell like ylang ylang. It's more like frangipani or tiare to me because it is quite sharp. It could be that it is the gardenia mixed in with maybe like a more indolic jasmine and then the ylang ylang, which makes it feel creamy and tropical, but also a little bit loud and sharp. So the combination of the florals are not my favorite. I love ylang ylang on its own, but jasmine can be a little tricky, as well as gardenia and orange blossom to me as well. So I'm not too sure. It reminds me a lot of Alien Goddess and also Rio Radiance, Chirosa 87. Let's see what people are saying, but this one is by far the strongest one. Oh, there is a dupe by Latafa called La African Drummer. Okay. Wow, I think that one is new, is it? I never heard of that one. But are people saying that it smells like... Oh, they say it smells like Terracotta by Guerlain, Kayalis, Déjà Vu, White Flower. Some say Alien Goddess, but not too much. A lot of people say it doesn't smell like it. On me, it smells a lot like it. A little bit like Guerlain Terracotta, yeah. But that one is a lot more powdery and vintagey smelling to me. This one is a lot more modern. Déjà Vu, White Flower. A little bit, yes. But also not too much. It's definitely a like. I will use up this whole bottle because you can see I tested it out maybe 2 to 3 times already and I'm down to here. So I will definitely use it up during the summertime. But as I said, it's quite similar to other perfumes I already have in my collection. So it's not wowing me, but the lasting power is good. Let's continue with my first Borntostandout perfume. And this brand is so interesting to me because it is from South Korea and you never hear from perfume brands from South Korea. And fun fact, I actually studied there. So it's a little bit like my second or more like third home and I'm very connected. So when I saw this brand, I was super excited. It's quite edgy when it comes to the names and everything, but I was very intrigued because they have so many interesting perfumes when it comes to the concept. So I got Sugar Addict in my goodie bag and I was very happy to receive this one because I know that this is quite hyped up. I saw that someone said this is like a simple vanilla scent or like a sugary vanilla scent. This is not simple to me at all. To me, on my skin especially, it smells like a lot of perfumes I know and have in my collection. So let's see what the notes are. The main accords are vanilla, sweet, warm, spicy, and amber with notes of sugar, rum, vanilla, cinnamon, tonka, cashmere, labdanum, cacao, and coffee. And so to me, it's quite simple if you know those perfumes. To me, it is a mix of Angel's Share by Kilian, then Milk by Commodity, and also a little bit of Black Opium. I'm not too sure if it's the over red one or the extreme one, but basically like a more creamy version of the original Black Opium. Those three together is what I basically get. It's quite intoxicating. I like the black opium over red one. I love Angel's Share, and I also love Milk by Commodity. So those three together make for a beautiful perfume. Because of that, it's not something I've never smelled before, if you know what I mean, but still the composition together is beautiful. It's very refined, very smooth. Angel Share sometimes can be a little bit too much. Same goes with Milk, same goes with black opium. So to have a more tame version of all three of those it's just beautiful to me. It smells very beautiful. It's quite sugary, but it's the same sugariness that you get in Baccarat Rouge, because it's very light and airy, and around here not a very dense, thick type of sugar. And I don't really see myself wearing it now, like in the hot days of summer, but I feel like on a day like today where it's a little bit more cool, it's raining, I could see myself wearing it. Maybe it will be my scent of the day, but definitely will get some wear time throughout fall and winter. I'm very, very sure. And I'm so excited to test out more of their fragrances. I got a sample of the Dirty Rice and I fell in love. This is one of the best rice scents I ever smelled. Next up, we have a Hermès perfume. This is from the Jardin collection, their newest addition to the collection. This is Un Jardin à Cythère. And this is a pistachio perfume. And when this came out, I was so excited because I love the Jardin collection and I basically love all of Hermès releases. I just feel like they have a very nice DNA that I can identify with. It's elegant, but not too much, still modern and wearable, but I don't know, it has this je ne sais quoi about it. So when I heard that they were releasing a pistachio perfume, I was so excited. But on my skin, it's not what a lot of people say. So this has accords of woody, citrus, green, fresh, with notes of citruses, pistachio, olive tree, and green accord. I think Josephine said that this smelled like a dessert without the sugar, like a sugar-free dessert, but no sugar alternative in there. And I can see what she means, because on my skin, at first, it's like quite complex, but it doesn't have a lot of notes. At first, this is a burst of citrusy fruits. It's super refreshing and you immediately feel like you're in the south of France. But then the citrus aspect goes away and you get something quite green and woody, almost like a fig leaf, but not very figgy, because it's like the olive tree and the green accord mixed in with pistachio, which this is maybe the most realistic pistachio scent you get, because it's not this synthetic pistachio aroma that you get with a lot of perfumes. It actually is not sweet. So pistachios are not sweet. They're quite nutty, quite dry, and you get something very dry and almost not cold, but yeah, like a dry feeling. So I get this nuttiness, but because there is basically no sweetness in there at all, to me it leans a little bit more masculine. For that reason, I tried to pair it with like more sugary vanilla scents, and I feel like these two could work together quite nicely. Maybe I should try it right now with you guys. So let's try the Hermès one, and then on top some of the Borntostandout Sugar Addict, and let's see what it smells like. But oh my god, this smells so good. Okay, let's see how it dries down, but right now this, oh god, it smells so good. It smells really, really good. But let's see once it dries down. But what I wanted to say is this is again very Hermès-like, because it smells realistic, it doesn't smell synthetic, it smells elegant, it smells refined, smooth, but it's not too much, but it's giving use something you don't really smell every day, if you know what I mean. So I appreciate it, but I'm not too sure if I would wear it a lot on its own and myself. I am very curious to smell it on my husband by itself. But I'm also very excited to combine it with other very sweet perfumes. A lot of sweet perfumes are too sweet for me anyway, so maybe that's like a nice combination. I'm not too sure if I like it that much now. I will get back to you and let you know how I like this combination. And the last one is the new Xerjoff perfume from the Casamorati line. This is Quattro Pizzi. And this one is quite hyped up, I feel like, because of the notes. I don't think it is now as hyped up as it was before it was released. People went crazy because of the notes. So this has main accords of green, tuberose, aromatic, and sweet, with notes of, in the top, Davana, rum, pink pepper, and coriander. In the middle, tuberose and coconut, and in the base, tonka bean, hay, and tobacco leaf. To me, this sounds like a lot because you get something very spicy, boozy, then you get very creamy notes, but white florals, but then you get hay, which is a note that is quite difficult for me a lot of times. So I was very hesitant to try this one. And a lot of people say that it smells like Rouge Malachite by Armani Privé. On me, it doesn't smell like that. Rouge Malachite for me is a more wearable, smooth, refined, elegant version of the original Alien. But this one does not smell like that at all to me. It's in the same family, maybe, because it's like a white floral scent with some sexiness going on in the back, but that's about it on my skin and from what I can tell. But this to me, if I look at the notes, I mostly get tuberose and coconut and a little bit of the spiciness and the rum. So I get rum, basically pepper, coconut, and tuberose. This is what I get, which is a wild combination to me. So also this is quite complex. When I first sprayed it on my skin, it smelled completely different to the mid and the dry down. It was an adventure. So I have to test this one out a lot more to give you a final thought, how I like it, when I want to wear it, when is the perfect occasion to wear it. But if you like tuberose scents and you want something a little spicy and coconutty and creamy, this could be a very beautiful perfume for like a date night in summertime. It's quite strong. So these were the perfumes I wanted to share with you. I have some more, so I think I will do a part 2 and let you know which perfumes are also new in my collection. Let me know if you've tried these perfumes, what you think of them, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!